Hello viewers, I welcome you to another episode of Learning. Today we are considering sentence types. We have four basic types of sentences. The simple sentence, the compound sentence, the complex sentence, and the compound complex sentence. For the sake of this class, we're going to limit our class to consider the simple sentence and the compound sentence. Now, what's a simple sentence? Simple sentence is an independent clause or the main clause that expresses a single thought. I repeat, a simple sentence is an independent clause or main clause that expresses only one thought. What do I mean by an independent clause? You remember in our previous video, we were able to consider the various types of conjunctions and clauses. I said there are two types of clauses, the dependent clause and the independent clause. The dependent clause and the main clause. The dependent clause is called the subordinate clause. It cannot stand on its own. While the main clause, which is the independent clause, can stand on its own. We are going to illustrate it with few examples here today. Now, I said a simple sentence is an independent clause. That is a clause that can stand on its own. Or we can also call it a main clause that expresses only one thought. It expresses only one thought. Another thing that is common with a simple sentence is that it contains a single verb. It contains a single verb, and such singularity, such single verb makes it to portray or to project only one idea. It doesn't convey more than a single idea. And that is why we said a simple sentence is an independent clause or main clause that portrays or projects only one thought. Let's try to illustrate it with few examples here. Simple sentence. Examples. The woman went to went to the market. The woman went to the market. 2. She saw Mary. Now, the woman went to the market is an example of a simple sentence because it is an independent clause. It is a clause that can stand on its own, and it contains only a single verb, and such verb is went. What is our verb here? Our verb here is went. That's our verb. So it's an example of a simple sentence. And because it has a single verb here, it projects only one idea. It projects only one idea. What is the idea being projected here? The idea being projected here is that the woman went to the market. No other message is being conveyed. She went to the market. Now let's look at the second sentence here. She saw Mary. The single verb featured here is saw. And this verb makes it to project a single idea. What is the idea? That she saw Mary. No other message is being conveyed there. These are the examples of simple sentences. So you can still project more examples on your own, form more examples on your own. The woman went to the market. She saw Mary. Simple sentence, simple sentence. Now, having considered what a simple sentence is, I repeat, a simple sentence is an independent clause or main clause that, projects only a single thought. It projects only a single thought and it contains one verb with one idea. That is a simple sentence. Now we move to the next one, which is the compound sentence. Compound. Compound sentence. Now, unlike the simple sentence, a compound sentence contains two independent clauses. It contains two independent clauses. It can be more than two anyway. It contains two or more independent clauses joined together. Take note, joined together with coordinating conjunctions. Remember in our previous video, we were able to consider the various types of conjunctions, the coordinating conjunctions, subordinating conjunction, and the correlative conjunctions. Now, when two independent clauses are joined together with the coordinating conjunctions, they are called compound sentences. So let me first write out the coordinating conjunctions. Coordinating conjunctions such as the use of and, the use of but, and the use of or. Remember I said in our previous video that and is used to introduce positive, but is used to introduce negative, or is used to introduce alternative. Now let's form few sentences with the coordinating conjunctions to combine two independent clauses together to form a compound sentence. Now, with the illustrations we have above, it is known that the woman went to the market is an independent clause. She saw Mary is an independent clause. Let's try to combine them together. Now we have the woman went to the market and she saw Mary. Now, the woman went to the market and she saw Mary. Now, two sentences are joined together with a coordinating conjunction. And now, since these two sentences, independent clauses, are joined together with coordinating conjunction, this kind of sentence is regarded as a compound sentence. So, the woman went to the market and and she saw Mary is an example of a compound sentence. Let me provide one more example before we end this class. Um, Using, if we have the boy studied hard, but failed to write his examination. Now, the boy studied hard but failed to write his examination. Now, there are two clauses here, and they are independent clauses. The first independent clause there is the boy studied hard. The boy studied hard. The boy studied hard. That's the first independent clause there. Now, the boy failed to write his examination. There is an elision of subject here. There is an elision of subject here. It is just like saying the boy studied hard, the boy failed to write his examination, but we elided a subject here. We elided a subject here, so making to avoid repetition, the boy studied hard but failed to write his examination. So the boy failed to write his examination is another example of an independent clause. Now, we join the two independent clause with the coordinating conjunction but. It's a negative coordinate. Why is it a negative coordinate? Because it introduced negative thoughts. It introduced a negative idea. It introduced a negative concept. So, but failed. Normally, someone who studied hard should succeed, should pass, but failed to write, refused to write, failed to write his examination, which is not too good. So the boy studied hard, but failed to write his examination. So we have seen how two independent clauses can be joined together with the coordinating conjunctions. With the coordinating conjunctions, and you've seen what an independent clause is. An independent clause is a clause that expresses a sense of completeness. It does not depend on any other clause before it projects its meaning. And we said that a simple sentence is an independent clause or main clause that expresses a single thought, while a compound sentence involves, two independent clauses, two main clauses joined together with the coordinating conjunctions. I believe this video is helpful. Join me in our next video as we delve into some other aspects of sentences, which we have a complex sentence and the compound complex sentence. Till then, I remain the amazing instructor. Bye.